Okay, first off, I absolutely hate filming on an iPhone because I have no idea where to look because I want to look at the screen, but I have to look at the camera so it actually looks like I'm talking to you. Okay, like most of my more serious videos, this one's probably not going to be edited. It's just going to be immediately posted afterwards. I just hit something with my foot. Just got a view of my chin. Okay, so if you've been following me on social media, you will know I am releasing a new book, hopefully in the next couple months, and then I did get a cover back from my cover designer, and it's a mock cover, so it's not like really official, but I said it's okay, and so it might be the official cover. And she did send me an example of what my formats will look like, so I got that back also. And it's all for the paperback version. This book is going to be released as a paperback and format. I just messed that up. I meant to say paperback and ebook. This story is very personal to me, and like the title suggests, the title of this video, I mean, as I suggest, it was a form of therapy for me at a very difficult time in my life. I started the book like very slowly in 2014. It was supposed to be just like a fun book, but I kind of gave up on it, and then in 2016 I decided to scrap it and bring the characters back as a way to help me heal through a difficult time while I was dealing with a lot of things. I was dealing with very bad depression and anxiety. In 2015, I did lose someone very close to me to cancer, and that kind of took a very big toll on me. And throughout my entire senior year of high school, I suffered with very bad depression, and I was just sad all the time, but I kind of like hid it a little. Like, I tried telling my friends, but they're like, you have nothing to be depressed about, and I'm like, bullshit. Like, they did not know the full story, and they wouldn't listen to it, and like, I still kind of consider them sort of like friends. I just don't talk to them anymore. Like, they were more like high school friends who I just don't talk to anymore, but we're still friends on Facebook. We just kind of went our own separate ways. But I had one friend I could really talk to who understood me, so that at least helped. So I was writing this story. Yeah, so I was writing the story during a very difficult time in my life, and it's more of like, almost like a journal to myself, where my subconscious just let itself pour out. And I was... Someone's moving in the house. And I was still writing at the time and everything. Like, I was still writing, like, mostly for fun, just regular stories, like, blah blah blah. And I did show some of my emotions in them, but not like to the extent that this book does. And was writing at the time, and I was working on a story that ended up getting over 100,000 reads on Wattpad, so that was cool. And like, I finished that story, but I wanted to start something else. So I started this book, and it became more of a therapy thing for me. Like, it helped me heal because I was putting so much of my own emotions on the pages, and I do consider the main character Ben as my subconscious. Like, he's in my mind, like he's in control of my thoughts, if that makes sense. That probably doesn't make any sense. But he's like a part of me. He's like my male counterpart, I like to think about. And each part of the story is more like me talking about fighting with myself. Like, Ben is a victim of abuse, and when I was depressed, it was like I was battling with my mind every day. Like, my mind was trying to knock me down, trying to hurt me and everything, and it was a fight just to keep going. And Ben's little brother does have a very bad case of cancer, and that's kind of from like how I viewed that person who was close to me who died of cancer and everything. And like, a lot of the things that went on between him and his brother were things I remembered from what happened, like hospice and everything, like watching them in that bed, watching them like be on hospice, but they seem to be in a good mood, they seem to be moving around, and then one day they're just like completely out of it. They're like so sick, they can't even move and everything. In any moment, you just know any moment they're gonna stop breathing forever, and everything. And this book does have strong mention of religious beliefs, and my main character, he labels himself as agnostic throughout the entire book, and that was sort of like me. Like, I don't think I really went as far as saying agnostic, but I did kind of stray away from God for a while, and I found my way back after this story, actually, because the story helped me so much, and I just found my way back. And like, it took time, but it was like something was pushing me towards it, and it wasn't like someone or anything like trying to convince me. Like, my family didn't even know what was going on. So that's why there's a big religious theme also in the book. You like my bug bite? Right there, it's just so bad. So yeah, like, this book was my form of therapy. Like, I did go to, like, I don't know why my mom even bothered doing this, but I went to an 8-week therapy trial type thing, where I went there for a few weeks, and then afterwards it was my decision if I wanted to keep going. and it wasn't helping at all. And I'm like, can I just not go anymore? Because it really wasn't helping me. Like, I know therapy is like a good idea for a lot of people, but it just wasn't working in my case, and I just found it as a big waste of time. Like, I had school and everything. It was like towards finals, and I really wanted to focus on school at the time, and I didn't want to be going to therapy and wasting study time like that, because it always seemed to be during the times I would study. And even with this book, once this book was finished, I did feel so much better, but I continued also writing and putting those emotions into other books. But this book has a special place in my heart. It tells the story like nothing else. Like, I cannot explain it, but I do consider it as a journal to myself. It's a story about fighting, and I posted on Instagram that it's dedicated to the fighter in S.W.A.G, and that is the reason why. So this was my little tale, and I hope you guys read the book. I'm gonna put the Goodreads link right into the description. I do have it available to add to your reading list on Goodreads, and I haven't announced the release date yet. For the longest time it was set in October, but I think it's going to be sooner than that because things are going so much faster than I thought they initially would be. So who knows? It can be as early as August or September. Who knows? But I do have a release date that I am going to announce with the cover reveal. I'm going to make a video once I get my author's copy to show you guys the cover, and it's going to be on my socials also. And yeah, it is 11 o'clock at night and kids are outside. I am losing it. But that's my story, that this book actually holds a much deeper meaning than anyone probably would think. So yeah, and I'm sorry if this video is quiet. It's late at night, people are sleeping and everything, so you might want to turn your volume up, which is very weird to say right at the end of the video. But I hope you guys have a good rest of your week and stay safe.